Before I bought my first crypto, I swear I thought I had it all figured out. I watched like 5 TikToks, scrolled through 2 Reddit threads, and suddenly I was like, yup, I'm basically a financial genius now. Spoiler, I was not. Not even close. So today, let me tell you the things I wish someone had told me before I bought my first crypto. Because dude, it would have saved me money, stress, and at least 3 mini heart attacks. The first mistake? I treated crypto like a lottery ticket. Like, oh, if I just buy this random coin with a dog on it, maybe I'll wake up tomorrow rich. Bro, the only thing that woke up was my anxiety. Nobody explained to me that crypto is still investing. Nobody explained to me that crypto is still investing. It's not a casino, even though it definitely feels like one at 2 a.m. when you're staring at charts you don't understand, whispering, please go up, please. I bought my first crypto because everyone online made it seem like I was late. Late to Ethereum, late to Bitcoin, late to the metaverse, whatever that was supposed to be. And that pressure made me buy fast, without thinking twice. If someone had told me back then, hey man, it's not about being early, it's about being smart, I probably wouldn't have panic bought at the exact top like it was some kind of hobby. But nope, I bought right at the peak, the perfect peak, like the market was waiting for me to hit buy so it could fall straight down out of pure disrespect. The second thing I wish I knew? Crypto doesn't make you emotional. Your money does. Nobody talks about this part. You think you're chill. You think you're logical. And then suddenly the market drops 5% and you're like, all right, I'm selling everything. I'll just become a monk. I swear the emotional roller coaster was insane. Like one day I'm convinced I'm the next Warren Buffett, and the next day I'm Googling, can stress cause chest pain? And here's the thing, it wasn't even the money itself. It was the fact that I had no plan, no strategy, no idea what I was doing. I was just reacting to every pump, every dip, every random tweet from Elon Musk, every breaking news notification from some sketchy crypto app that definitely stole my email. If I could go back, I'd tell myself, dude, breathe. You don't need to check your portfolio 20 times a day. It's weird. Stop doing that. Because when you don't understand what you invested in, every little move feels like the end of the world. Every candle looks like a warning sign. Every dip feels personal, like the market woke up and chose violence specifically against me. I didn't know that the emotional side of crypto is 50% of the entire game, maybe more. And honestly, I wish someone warned me. Behind all the patriotic speeches and national security threats, a far more complicated and risky story is unfolding. A federal tax on TikTok wouldn't simply hit a Chinese-owned company. It would detonate across multiple layers of the US economy in ways lawmakers publicly avoid mentioning.
First, the small business fallout would be massive. TikTok has become one of the most powerful discovery engines in the country. Over 7 million American small businesses use it to drive traffic, launch products, and build their entire customer base. A new federal tax, especially one designed to financially suffocate the platform, would immediately result in reduced reach, higher ad costs, and potentially even geo-restricted features. For creators, influencers, and independent sellers, this means fewer viewers, fewer conversions, and ultimately, fewer paychecks. And this problem wouldn't be contained within social media. It would spill into employment numbers, local economies, and consumer behavior.
A slowdown on TikTok would affect everything from small apparel brands to local restaurants to educational creators who rely on the platform to grow. Economists are already warning that the disruption could cost billions in lost revenue during the first year alone if policymakers push the tax through aggressively. Then comes the geopolitical earthquake. China will not sit quietly if the United States imposes punitive taxes on one of its high-profile companies. Beijing has made that extremely clear in past trade conflicts. And the US tech giants who make enormous profits in China, Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Qualcomm, would become the most convenient targets. A retaliatory tax, broad restrictions, or regulatory pressure could squeeze American companies in ways the public doesn't yet understand. Apple alone could lose tens of billions if China decides to weaponize its domestic market. So while politicians frame this as protecting Americans, insiders in Washington know the truth. This could escalate into a full-scale digital trade war, and the US economy is far from immune. Markets would react instantly, investors would panic, and the tech sector, already under pressure, would face a wave of uncertainty not seen since the 2018 tariffs. But the biggest secret? There's growing evidence that several intelligence agencies are not aligned on whether TikTok poses the kind of immediate danger that politicians claim. And those internal disagreements are starting to leak into Congress, creating fractures in both parties. Just when everything seemed locked into place and the bill appeared to have unstoppable momentum, a sudden twist completely reshaped the conversation. A group of high-ranking Republican lawmakers privately broke from party leadership and warned that pushing a TikTok tax too aggressively could backfire politically and economically. Their message was blunt: "You're about to burn down the house to kill a mosquito." But the real shock came when a confidential memo, circulated among Senate committee members, was leaked behind closed doors. The memo reportedly included new national security findings that contradict some of the public claims made by politicians pushing the tax. The details haven't reached the public yet, but sources familiar with the document say it questions whether the proposed tax would meaningfully improve security at all. This leak triggered an internal scramble. Senate leadership immediately scheduled an emergency session to address the memo, and multiple lawmakers are now hinting that the bill may face unexpected delays. Lobbyists for tech companies are amplifying the pressure, arguing that the tax could violate international trade agreements and expose the US to retaliatory lawsuits. Meanwhile, TikTok itself is quietly preparing a counteroffer, one that could completely shift the power dynamic. The company is rumored to be drafting a proposal that includes deeper transparency requirements, voluntary oversight, and financial safeguards to ease national security fears. If they unveil this proposal at the right moment, it could split Congress even further and force lawmakers to reconsider the entire strategy. Washington loves to pretend it's in control, but behind the scenes, this battle over TikTok is turning into something messier, more political, and far more unpredictable than anyone on TV is willing to admit.